Excretory system of earthworm. Excretion is a process of elimination of metabolic waste product. So this waste product can be of a nitrogenous waste material. So here we have the special excretory organ that is called as nephridia. Okay, so based on their location they are differentially named. Understood? So you can see here three types of nephridia is mentioned here and the picture is given. So nephridia, the pharyngeal region is called as pharyngeal nephridia. Do you follow? So below that we have the nephridium being present, that is called as micronephridium because it is comparatively smaller in size. Then we have the presence of meganephridia. So the structure of meganephridia is important from the examination point of view because it has got the structural variations inside the single organ or single unit. Okay, do you follow? So this meganephridium, you can see the upper part which is ciliated, then the excretory material passes through this. Okay, so the structure is very important from the examination point of view. Okay, you can see tuft of nephridia. What is meant by tuft? It is a group or it is bunch present as paired tufts from 5 to 9 segment. Okay, so then the micronephridia or integumentary nephridia are attached to the lining of the body wall from 14th segment. Then meganephridia, or it is also called as septal nephridia. It is present in the septa of 9th segment to the last segment. Okay, so then we have the meganephridium has an internal funnel-like opening is called as the nephrostome. Do you follow? So we have the structure, funnel-like structure in the case of meganephridia, that is called as the nephrostome, and it is fully ciliated. What is meant by cilia? Cilia are small hair-like structure. Okay, they are called as cilia. Okay, so then the nephrostome is preceding segment and the rest of the tube is in the succeeding segment. Okay, so it may start from one segment and it move on folding and to the other segment. Okay, this tube consists of three divisions, that is ciliated, glandular and muscular region. So you can see three regions in the case of meganephridia. Okay, ciliated region, glandular region and muscular region. Okay, so this the glandular part extracts waste from the blood. Finally, the waste exits through the nephriospore. So beside this nephridia, special cells on the coelomic wall of the intestine are called chlorogogen cell. So this is important for one mark. What is a cell that is involved in excretion of earthworm? Okay, that is chlorogogen cells. Okay, they extract nitrogenous waste from the blood and it will be excreted. Coming to reproductive system of earthworm, earthworms are hermaphrodites. Hermaphrodite, another term is monoecious. Mono is single body, both the sex organs are present, so they are called as monoecious or they are called as hermaphrodite. Okay, and self-fertilization is avoided. So what is self-fertilization? The gametes from the same body, the male and female gamete from the same body will not mix to form the young one. That is what is called self-fertilization is avoided. Okay, so the male gamete is first formed, that is called as proandrous. Okay, so then we have the male reproductive system. Here it is having a pair of testes present in 10th to 11th segment. Okay, and it gives rise to the germ cells, spermatogonia, and then further it is forming the gamete. Okay, so this two pairs of seminal funnels is also associated with it. They are called as ciliary rosettes and they are situated in the same segment. Okay, ciliated funnel-like structure and they are connected to the long tube. They are called as vas deferens. Vasa deferentia is a plural term. Okay, so that runs up to 18th segment till the male genital aperture. So here the secretion of the prostate gland serves to cement the male gametes into the bundle that is called as spermatophores. Okay, so we have the structure. Another structure of female reproductive structure consists of the ovaries, and it is present in the 13th segment of the earthworm. Okay, so the role of the ovary is to produce ova. It is nothing but the egg. So the ovarian funnels are present beneath the ovaries. So ovaries continue with the oviduct. Duct means tube, as you know. From the ovary, tube comes out, that is called as the oviduct. Okay, so then we have the both the sex organs present in the same body. We have the following things to be learned. There are a pair of genital apertures on the ventral side of the 14th segment. Okay, they are called as seminal receptacle. Okay, so these three pairs lying in 7, 8 and 9 opening to the exterior on the ventral side. Okay, they receive the male gamete and they receive the male gamete for the fertilization. This fertilization, what is fertilization? It is a fusion of the gametes. So this occurs in the cocoon. Where this cocoon forms? Cocoon will be formed in the 14th to 17th segment, where we have the clitellar region. Okay, so Lampeter moretti begins life from the fertilized egg. Once the fertilization occurs, the young one will be formed. Okay, so the eggs are held together in the cocoon, and then the incubation period, where it is growing period, is about 14 to 18 days. Then the juveniles, do you follow? The word juvenile is the young one. Young one undergoes a change into the non-clitellated form. As you know, the young ones do not show the clitellar region. Then after 15 days, it starts developing the clitellar region. Okay, so that it is able to produce the young ones. Okay, so the life cycle of moretti takes about 60 days to complete. Okay, so that is about the reproductive system and the excretory system of earthworm. Now coming to cockroach excretory system, it is majorly controlled by Malpighian tubules. There are the main excretory organ of the cockroach. It helps in eliminating nitrogenous waste from the body in the form of uric acid. So they are called as uricotilic. In addition, fat body, nephrocytes, cuticles and uricose glands also are excretory in function. So this uricose gland is one mark question. Okay. So Malpighian tubules are thin, long, filamentous, yellow colored structures that is attached at the junction of the midgut. Okay. So there are about 100 to 150 Malpighian tubules you can see in the picture. Okay. So when we saw the digestive system itself, I have shown the structure which is the Malpighian tubule. Yes, see here you can see at the end of the midgut you can see the Malpighian tubule. As you know, the two structures are seen. It is hepatic caecae and the Malpighian tubule. These are all involved in the excretory function. That is what we were learning about the yellow colored 100 to 150 filamentous structures. They help in removing the uric acid from the blood and it is removed out. Okay. These Malpighian tubules also absorb excess water, salt and nitrogenous waste. Okay, so this next coming to the reproductive system of the earthworm. So reproductive system of the earthworm, seen earthworm to be the monoecious and cockroach is dioecious. Cockroach reproductive system is dioecious, that is both the sex are separate. You can find female and male cockroach separately. In the case of earthworm, we cannot find two different male and female like that. Okay, so male reproductive structure consists of the pair of testes, vasa deferentia and ejaculatory duct, utricular gland and phallic gland and the external genitalia. Okay, so testes lie to the parallel. They are found on the lateral side of 4th and 6th abdominal segments, and from where the duct arises, that is called as the vas deferens, connected with the ejaculatory duct. Follow? See, it is a order in which it is given. In the same way, you can say it is connected to the next organ. Okay, it is just given in order till external genitalia. Okay. So that is what is discussed here. The seminal vesicles are present on the ventral surface of the ejaculatory duct. So where it is, the male gametes are stored in bundles. Okay, so again and again we are learning this is seem to be important because the male gametes are found in bundles. They are called as the spermatophores. The duct of the phallic or conglobate gland also opens near the, whichever we have seen there. You can see the structure starts with testes and it continues here. You can see it is continuing with vas deferens. Okay, so then it continues with the glands that you can see here, long tube, short tube, then the phallic glands, the male reproductive system in the case of earthworm. And if you see in the case of the female reproductive system, it starts with the ovary, continues with oviduct. Duct means tube, so because it starts from ovary, it is called as the oviduct. Okay, and the collateral gland is also helpful in the reproductive process. Just we will learn here in the female reproductive system. So as you know, it is the role of the female reproductive system is to produce the egg. Here in this you should know what is ootheca. What is ootheca? It is a sac-like structure and it is a dark red in color and it is blackish brown capsule of 12 to 12 millimeter in size. Okay, and it contains about 16 fertilized egg. Okay, so it carries a fertilized egg and in a safe and a comfortable place it lays the egg so that the young ones will be formed. The embryonic development occurs inside the ootheca. It takes about 5 to 13 weeks for the development, and the gradual development to the nymphial stage occurs in the case of the cockroach, and it is also called as the ecdysis. Okay, so the molting process, stage by stage, it just leaves off the skin to form the other skin. Once it is growing, the outer exoskeleton falls off. That is called as the molting, or it is also called as the ecdysis. Many species of cockroaches are wild. About 30 cockroach species out of 4,600 are associated with the human habits. Okay, most of these species are not found in the domestic area. They destroy food, contaminate, and they contaminate the food. It causes offensive odor. Mere presence of cockroaches unhygienic condition. It shows that the place is not clean, and it is a carrier for many bacterial diseases, and it also causes asthma. Excretory system in frog, the elimination of nitrogenous waste, and also it helps in salt balance in the body, and it is having the kidneys as a major excretory organ, and the kidney type is mesonephric type. Okay, and then they are ureotelic, that the excretory material is urea, and there is a presence of thin walled bag is called urinary bladder to store urine. Okay, so then it opens through cloaca. Okay, so the opening which is helpful in laying eggs and also to send the excretory unwanted material is called as the cloaca. Okay, in the case of frog, we have the structure attached with the kidney. Okay, and fat body. So you can see much of fat that is present. Okay, in above the kidney, and near to the kidney there is a presence of the structure, the testis, and it continues with the vas deferens, that is a tube-like structure which can carry the gamete, and it comes and it is released through the cloaca. And in the case of the female frog, the ovaries produces ova or the egg, so that also will be taken up by the oviductal funnel. You can see the funnel like structure here. It is called as the oviductal funnel. So ova will be released and the oviductal funnel captures it, and it will be sent through the cloaca. That is what we say it as the path of the egg. Okay, so in both the cases you can see the ovary is also present near to the kidney, and it is also having the structure, the fat bodies as a protective structure. Okay, so here you should know what is oviductal funnel, and it is a oviduct, it is a long coiled tube, and there is a sac or the bag like structure called as the ovisacs. Okay, so then we have the presence of the opening of the ureter and also the cloacal aperture through which the eggs will be laid by the frog, and the fertilization is external. So the after fertilization the young ones will be produced. Okay, so the young one does not follow the same structure of the adult one. Do you follow? Here we come across the term called as the metamorphosis. Do you know what is metamorphosis? The young one does not resemble the adult one. It undergoes stages to grow as a adult one. Okay, once the frog is born, it does not look like the frog. It undergoes several stages. Okay, so that it undergoes the tadpole stage, and it will have the tail also once it is initially hatched out. Okay, and then gills also will be present, and it disappears once it starts growing. It just disappears because it is not the lungs is developed. Okay, so the gills are not going to help them in the respiratory process. So metamorphosis of the frog, you can see the stages of development. Here the egg once it is getting fertilized, it forms embryo. Then you can see the stage called external gill stage, internal gill stage, and hind limbs. So here you can see the hind limb stage, and you can have the presence, so you can see the presence of tail here. Then the tail is getting retrieved or reduced to form the young frog, then the adult frog. Okay, so this series of steps to become the adult is called as the metamorphosis in the case of frog. Okay, so we have the economic importance of frog too. See here you have the economic importance of a frog. It is important. Economic importance of the frog, it is important question. You can have the frog is used in the case of the treatment, some of the treatment in controlling the blood pressure. Okay, and it is also having the anti-aging property, and it plays important role in food chain to maintain balance, and it is beneficial to mankind because it feeds on all the insects, most of the insects, and in USA it is just getting consumed as a delicious food. So today we have learned with the excretory and reproductive system of earthworm, cockroach and frog. You can take notes once you are listening to the class. The important points are being highlighted. You can note down the important points. So far whatever has been taken in this class, metamorphosis is important and economic importance of frog is most important. Otherwise the diagrams of the reproductive system of frog is important. Then reproductive system of cockroach diagram is important. Okay students, so other 3 more questions I will just send you in the question bank. Thank you students.